Happy story time!
Magic awaits in our garden. What happens when a pumpkin wears a fancy pilgrim hat and dreams of big adventures? Well, let me tell you a fun story about a pumpkin named Jackie. Jackie was no ordinary pumpkin, and her friend Dane was a very special wheelbarrow. One fall morning, something extraordinary happened in their rainbow-colored garden. Jackie's friend, Dane the wheelbarrow, rolled into the garden with a big grin on his handlebars. Dane also loved adventures, but had never been on one with Jackie before. "Good morning, Jackie," Dane chirped. "I heard there's a magical yellow squash deep in the forest, and I thought we could go on an adventure to find it." Jackie's eyes lit up with excitement. "A magical squash? That sounds fantastic! Let's do it, Dane!" So Jackie hopped into Dane's wheelbarrow, and they went on their grand adventure. The leaves were turning brilliant shades of orange and red, and the air, it smelled crisp and delicious. It was the perfect fall day. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they encountered a squirrel named Shane. Shane had a mischievous glint in his eye and loved to play tricks. "Hey, you two, where are you going?" Shane asked, twitching his fluffy tail. "We're on a quest to find a magical yellow squash," Jackie explained. Shane giggled and pointed in the direction of a giant pumpkin patch. "I heard there's one over there, but you'll have to get past Farmer Troy's scarecrow first." Jackie gulped. Farmer Troy's scarecrow was very protective of the pumpkin patch. But Jackie was brave, and Dane was determined. They reached the pumpkin patch and spotted the scarecrow wearing a tattered old hat and waving his arms menacingly. "Who dares enter my pumpkin patch?" the scarecrow boomed. "I'm Jackie, and this is my friend Dane," Jackie said. "We're on a quest to find a magical yellow squash. Can we please pass?" The scarecrow scratched his straw-filled head and said, "Well, I suppose you can pass, but only if you make me laugh." Jackie and Dane thought for a moment. Then they started doing the silliest dance they could think of. They hopped, skipped, and twirled, and soon the scarecrow burst into laughter. "You're a funny pumpkin," the scarecrow chuckled, allowing them to continue their adventure. Deeper into the forest, they finally found the magical yellow squash. It was shiny and golden, and it twinkled in the dappled sunlight. Jackie and Dane carefully placed the squash in Dane's wheelbarrow and began their journey home. On their way, they laughed and sang songs, making friends with creatures of the forest along the way. When they returned to their garden, their friends welcomed them with loud cheers. They had completed a great fall adventure, and their magical yellow squash sat proudly in the garden. As the leaves danced down from the trees and the air turned crisp, Jackie, Dane, and the magical yellow squash showed everyone in the garden that the most magical adventures could happen right in their backyard. They laughed, they sang, and they made friends with all the creatures of the forest. From that day on, every fall, when the pumpkins and wheelbarrows gathered, they would say, "Remember, right here in our garden, the most magical adventures are waiting for us all." The end.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.